Well, hello, Alison.
Hello, Alan.
How are you?
I am feeling a bit under the weather, but okay.
Good. I thought I'd come to your office rather than me and you come to mine because my office is not very tidy at the moment, but you know all about that.
It's very true.
Right, Alison, you know I came into your session the other day just to have a look to see how you were interacting with your team
Yeah, I remember that.
and handling old Herb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear Herb.
You've got a task ahead of you, certainly, but as a team leader, what we're trying to accomplish is to bond that team to get it cohesive and to get it focused.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a trouble because Herb was one of the original designers of the system that we're going to be replacing.
Oh, right, okay.
So
that's why I would be a bit upset.
He's a little bit behind the eight ball to start with, and he's also just about due for retirement, but I'm sure you can handle it. So what we want to do, and it's part of your overall development as a team leader as well,
Yeah.
is to give you some help in how to develop cohesive teams.
Okay.
And probably the main thing is that, or what I observed in the session that you had, was the team, you were doing all the work, the team was watching, but the team wasn't really focused.
Okay.
Which means that they're sort of disengaging a bit. Now, our role in this SAP implementation is to pass our knowledge on to the members of the enterprise.
Yeah.
And to give them that knowledge when we go away so that they can then in turn train people in how to implement this new system.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important that we get people like Herb on side, because he's going to be one of the mainstays and he's the most recognisable of the legacy system that we're going to be replacing.
Yeah, he's like a key person, I suppose.
You're moving my video there. Yes, he is, and but there are a lot of things that we can do to engage and to build teams. Now, I've had a look on YouTube, and there's a few very good videos on how to build good and effective teams. One of those things is to build a team rapport. So we want to be able to get an esprit de corps amongst the members. And part of the way of doing that is to develop a mission statement.
Right.
So, and that mission statement is not one that you design or you give to them. It's one that the team as a team needs to construct. And then the team then get ownership of that.
Yeah.
And we'll print that out. We'll put it in strategic places around the place so that every time they walk past, they know, well, that's their mission, and they own it.
Yeah.
We'll probably even look at getting some T-shirts made or polo shirts made or something like that. You know, saying, you know, this is the SAP project team or something, so that people are then recognised as being of that special group and part of that team.
Yeah. It'd be really good.
So we can, as our team goes, our development team goes, I want to also run sessions on team development amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
So
as the consultants.
The consultants.
Right. Okay.
So these sessions, I'm not going to be focusing on you. I'm going to be focusing on the team as a team.
Right.
And I want to be able to show this video because I think it's got some very effective points in it, but show this video to everybody as a team building exercise of our own.
Okay.
Because everybody can benefit from it, no matter whether they're 5-6 years experienced or like you, just new to the game. So, you know, you've got excellent skills in the product, but this is your first time as a team lead, so we're trying to give you that development as well.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Another thing that you might consider is perhaps having informal meetings with the team. You know, even if you just maybe bring in a morning tea or something like that and say, righto guys, let's sit down, we'll have morning tea and we'll have a bit of a chat. You know, have you got any problems, or how are you finding it, or whatever. You know, that helps to break down that I've got the expertise barrier and you've got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we are trying to pass our knowledge on to those other team members.
Yeah. I think one of the problems with Herb especially is the age difference, because I'm so young on the team and he's so much older. I think he thinks I've got no experience. You're
moving my camera around every time you do
it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, he will soon discover that, you know, you are a team leader for a reason, and you know, this project is going ahead regardless of Herb in any case, but he is the one who has the most knowledge of the system because he built the legacy system. So, you know, he's going to be a bit of a hard nut to crack, but I'm sure you'll be able to do that. The other guys are all, I think, very accepting of you. You know, we might look also at things like, you know, having maybe an informal breakout session where, you know, we might go to the bowling alley or something like that.
Okay.
Or you know, we'll discuss that as we get a chance. But this is all part of the team accepting themselves as a team rather than a group of individuals.
Okay. So what you're talking about there is like some team cohesiveness beyond the office.
Yes.
To build rapport in the office.
Absolutely, because it then it builds that esprit de corps amongst the team, and then the teams will have a focus. They know what they're going to be aiming for, and as we hit these milestones, we will also recognise these milestones in our monthly newsletter.
Okay, so celebrate the milestones, do some team building.
Yes, and you know, within your team, I'd like to see you giving the team members recognition of the work that they're doing.
Yep.
You know, if someone does a great job, you know, praise them in front of the other members of the team, or have it written up in the monthly newsletter or whatever. But also on the same context, if they're not doing a good job, you know, don't do that or berate them in front of the other team.
No,
do
I wouldn't do that
in private.
Yeah.
But I know, you know, you wouldn't be up to that in any case.
No.
Yes, we'll celebrate the milestones, and we'll also get training for them as well. There's no way we can reward them for doing what they're doing, but we can recognise what they're doing and praise them for what they're doing, and in turn that should help them to feel proud of the job that they're into.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've selected a number of videos which I would actually like to go through them with you as well.
Okay.
We'll go through it as a group.
Okay.
I think is probably the best way, because there's some excellent points that everybody will be able to learn from that. So that way, you know, it's not being focused on you; it's being focused on the individual team members, and we need to build a bit of spirit amongst ourselves as well, and have our own. We need to own that mission statement as well as part of the team.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. I can point you in the direction of some other videos that might help you. There's a stack of stuff out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
But take some of it into context as to whether it's applicable or not. But leadership and leadership of a team is a skill. We're not born team leaders. It's something that we learn over a long period of time, and if we've got the right instruction, it helps us to learn in the right directions.
Yeah, well, I think I'd really like those YouTube videos. If you send me the links through to those, I can have a run through it my own time.
Yeah,
that'd be really good. I appreciate that.
And then we can all sit there. We'll sit down one afternoon after work, or one evening, or whatever, and have a team, have our own team session, a couple of pizzas or whatever, and go through these videos and see how it all goes. But,
sounds good.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
I'm sure you've got a challenge ahead of you, but let's on for the team.
Thanks, Roll. I appreciate your help.
Okay.